Still picking the wrong. Made it. Ah, it's Wi-Fi. What about this guy? Ah. Yep. Ah, it was work. Why did I change it? Okay, oh, this folk is still using that. Use this one. And remove that one. Alright. Sexy. We good? Yep. So what is going on here? Oh, Gradle sync in progress. Bro, this is 5 minutes. Wow, this is taking some time. I'm gonna hop over to Lion, which has been updated to the latest version already. We also updated Visual Studio. Switch scheme. What does that mean? I don't know, and I don't care right now. So let's hop over to Zoom IDE. Yeah, let's keep it reasonable. Bro, could not find package. Oh, yeah, I don't need that anymore. Let's just say that I want to get rid of those. They're not compiling anyway. Yeah, these are bonkers. I don't know why, but they just don't work. It's weird. Okay. Goodbye. And I'm also gonna update the appc make. And just forget about these two guys. I'm gonna make my own. You guys have been worthless. Cool. You are setting up RAM configuration. I might need to give it a little push. Yep. To have it updated. And boom. Now. Let's go in client mode. Okay, still setting up the project. Test SRTP. Why don't people just disable test? It's not like anyone wants to do tests while compiling their own stuff. Oh yeah, right. Now, let's get rid of all of these nonsense. This light's so bright. Give me a list of C++ ECS libraries. Okay, yeah, tried them. They failed. A mature and widely used C++, fast and type safe. Although it may have fewer recent updates. It's solid, battle tested. Bro, they all say like that. Then, mustache. Fast modern C++ is with focus on simple and syntax lightweight design. T+, well, there are actually things out there. It's filter for modern C++. I'm using 23. So, and the entity and flex don't compile with 23 flag. Okay, fully compatible and are still emerging. Oh, come on. Yeah, 17, 20. Check 23 compatibility ECS-CPP. Okay. Library marks itself as C++ 20. Sounds good. Draw your own, always. Compile time ECS. I don't know what that means though. Like, it's not that everything is known at compile time in the game. Well, mostly, yeah. That would mostly be true though. Deducing this. MD span. Never tried MD span. So let's I'm diverging from the title already. Like, it's been 1 minute in and then already diverging from the topic. But let's give it a try. Simple and easy. Is that simple and easy? So what's going on here? Oh, is this how to write that thing? Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's like, that's not fun. Not flags, bro. And it is not. What about? Is this the one? Visima. Yeah, except like okay, this it only requires C++ 17, but then it also at most requires C++17. That's not true. Something is definitely wrong with those two projects. Okay, what, bro? Why don't you just put a nail? See, why don't you just put a link? ECS. What is it? Wikipedia, blah blah blah. Just give me the example. ECS build entity. Add subdirectory. Get system. So that's the manager. What is a manager? Okay. So you give it already all the different, add several. So add entity. Create a container with components it should handle are coded up front. Okay. Well, that means that, yeah, I guess. And then you got an entity. Entities. Well, I wonder if one could have multi-entities, like different managers. Physics has its own manager. That would be cool. Like, who says that you need only a single entity for everything? You can have an entity group. Because I don't feel like having all the types listed all at once. Is there even attribute, hero attribute, ECS manager, attribute effects manager? What is that? Hero attribute. Okay, wait. What's an attribute? Add two components to the entity. Add both at the same time, or do build entity. Using attribute effect system. This is to include a separate system for handling attribute and effects. The system is used to handle attributes and effects in a game, where an attribute is a value that can be modified by effects. What? An effect is a modifier that can be applied to an attribute. Weird. Simple example where we have a basic attribute with one effect. Doubles the health. Oh, modifier, basically. Attributes and modifiers, like, bro, what is effect? It's totally misleading. It's got a C++ effect, G-test. Wow, this looks somewhat interesting. I don't get system or Indian floats. That looks cool though. ECS get system. So these are all the systems, regardless of how do you also get the actor they belong to. not the actor, the entity they belong to. How do you do that? Build an entity. Yeah, there's not really much going on here. Let's hop back to the other project, which is supposed to use the library, if I'm not mistaken. System. So let's start from the main. Add circle. ECS. Now, what is ECS? This is totally different from what I've seen so far. Entity ID. Controls. Register event. Okay, that's one. Let's see, what was the other one? Single header entity component system. Let's see about that. C++ 17. This looks familiar. So how long? 2 months ago. Okay. It doesn't have a CMake, bro. Does this one have a CMake? This doesn't. This does have it. No, that's the other project. Let's go to the ECS. It does have a CMake. Yeah, it comes with a interface. Yeah, bro, that's the right thing to do. And this guy doesn't. But let's see. Manager, ECS manager. Add component. Manager refresh. What is refresh? Okay, it provides an integration. Oh, that makes sense then. So create the entities. It's a bit well documented though. It's a better documented. Not well, but slightly better than the other one. Okay. Entity destroy. Oh, so it destroys it by itself? Okay. Manager refresh. Now, call refresh. Manager's internal state is now considered alive and will be included. Oh. So does that mean it's safe to be called on other threads? Then this example, consider alive in the manager. And the comparison is identical. Adding components. So add. Oh, okay. So object oriented, which is nice. Entity.add. Adding component replaces the existing one if it already exists. Yeah, that's entity has. Okay. Entity has systems. So give me all the entities. Okay. And entities with components. There you go. Manager entities with. Yeah, this is a bit more complete. Let's see about that. Does it compile? Fetch declare. Then make available. Main. Yeah, probably. Yeah, let's say Let's go with main. Wait, what am I doing? Okay. I'm just gonna try and give it a go. And if it works, good. If it doesn't, that's always the case. So no surprise if it doesn't work. I'm not expecting much. ECS. And then include directories. Okay. Target include directories. Yeah. I'm gonna make an interface then. How's it called? It's ECS. Yeah, it's not just random ECS. I'm gonna call it like this. Martin Starskov. ECS. All right. This is an interface. Source directory. Okay. And bada boom. It's in use. ECS. Let's head over to source. We want to include it. Include ECS. ECS.h. Is that correct? Yo. So the guy's still updating. And we're gonna have an update as soon as it's done. We can multitask in the meantime to see if it's downloading the things. It should start with M. Martinov. What was the name? Martin Starkov. Okay, so Martin Starkov should appear somewhere here. There you go. Martin Starkov. Then it's got include. Yeah, bro. Did you do the include thing? Where is the source dir? No, you didn't do the include things, bro. So this is a source dir, and you did not include the include, which is supposed to happen. My bad. Maybe like this, just to be safe. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna put some music. Where is my noise? Yeah, this guy. And There's always some background noise happening. I don't really know how to get rid of that. Probably mostly comes from the PC fans. And I need to find maybe, yeah, probably a microphone that is not on the same surface as the main PC. I'm gonna grab a different sound. Okay, it sounds a bit better. I'm not sure if it's too high. By the levels, seems to be good enough. And one last thing that I want to do is to pin it and the task, pin it to taskbar. I don't want to pin it to taskbar, I wanted to pin it to star. Maybe I need to do it from here. Pin it to star, okay. There you go. Cool. That is done. It should not work. ECS. That should work now. Maybe I need to give it a little go. And not really. Okay. So it might not have picked the change here. Include. So what is the include here? ECS. So it doesn't have an include to ECS. That's odd. So this is an interface. Ah, bro. It's not that. Is this the right variable name? Can it do like this? Maybe I should stick with ECS then. Yeah, this is weird. Oh, it becomes underscore. Yeah, I don't want to play this type of game. So ECS, it's good. Good enough, bro. And now it should build. CMake first. We're getting there. It's very slow progress. So the project should now be updated. Okay, that is good. Hopping back. To the source, and now it's the moment of truth. Let's create something. ECS manager does not exist, bro. What? That's included. It is included. ECS manager does not exist. What the? Ah, because that's my ECS. No way. Oh shit. Let's not include my ECS then. It's not even included. Okay, let's just get rid of it completely. So that's gonna be ECS. Sorry, guy. Sorry, brother, but we'll see you next time. Oh, come on. I'm still wasting time on these ECS stuff while I should head over to World and at least fix. So the rendering. That was the plan. That was the whole initial plan. So back to World again. Why are so many files open? Tracy. Oh no. Physics module ECS. No. Okay. Let's try again. Physics. Oh, okay. You don't really need this. So server and creating the transform. So that's where I need to work on, and this got to be const, bro. So the transform to the position, and we need to, so the box is created. It's a 1-1 box. So I need to move it back. So that would be glm gtc translate. I need to translate it like 3 of minus 0.5 f in all the directions, and then maybe scale it down a bit. I felt like it was a bit too big, and the scale happens right after glm gtc scale it. Well, not by the block size. It's already, well, it's 1, so it's even bigger than block size. And I'm gonna make it 0.25. So that should be good to go. And the same applies here. It kind of fixes the look And let's see. Okay, we got the manager here. Oops, wrong button. And let's see if it compiles. That would be a nice beginning. And if this works, I would say I'm gonna commit to try and do it in a ECS way. Oh, that's good. Cool. Oh, bro, this is actually running. This is actually running. So we have a player here. We just need a server. Modules, where do I find it? Not in modules. Maybe I should probably put a batch script in there. So Visual Studio, launch a server. Cool, we have a server. And connection failed? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, it's not connecting to that. And that's because of the IP address. So let's go back to localhost, to my host, and run that. I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay, it has received the world data. And now we can run another client. Okay, there you go, where you are. Respawn. Oh, finally. That's looking like a head. Okay. Where's the front though? Okay, that's the front. Then it turns to me. Ah. That's still the front? What, bro? It's not correct. Because this should be the Full orientation. That is wrong. That's the wrong orientation. So let's break that down. You're sending the wrong data. I'm gonna give it a refresh here. What did you say? Kotlin is available. Okay. Thanks. Multiple Gradle demons. I spawned Gradle demons from the nose. No discard, makes sense. And I guess the same can happen here. No? Mark static. Oops, I'm lost. Why did I do something different? My attention span is like this thin. What was I doing? The world. Ah, the rotation. Right. So the rotation, where is it coming from? The rotation and the orient. Am I just? No, because that's rotation. Oh, hey, 42. So the rotation, what is happening? The client is sending something. And the client sends something at tick. The player rotation, okay? The player rotation is set in the app and in the cast of the view. Who's calling the update? So that's the XR mode and the windowed mode. So that's the inverse of the camera rotation and the frame view. So this is okay. This is a view matrix. This is a view matrix. I instead need the inverse of the view matrix, and the player rotation, which is the head rotation, so not really the player rotation. That would be, I'm probably gonna grab it. So that's the rotation player state. So maybe I should do it here. The player sends. I could do it here. So I need to invert. Inverse. I need to inverse this matrix so it becomes from being a view matrix to being a rotation matrix. And that's where it gets created. Or I could go over here and no, this is correct because that's the view matrix, and it's right to be like that because then it's used for casting rays. What should not happen is that the player rotation though. Okay, maybe this is the wrong place to do that. So player rotation. Okay. Yeah, I see. Inverse. Yeah, I would do the inverse here. Maybe it's easier to invert a matrix rather than a quaternion. And do not do it here. So that's the player rotation, not the player view. Let's build it. And while we are at there, I'm gonna make the windows a little bit smaller. I'm gonna divide it by 2. And recompile, that should be quicker, hopefully. Just the main, okay, yes. Doesn't have dependencies. And running the client, running the server. It's a headless server finally. We got a join, we got a WebSocket client, we got a user with ID 2. Oh yes, ID is 2, connected. We received the world data, which is just fake right now, but that should count as proper world data. And now add another client, which is gonna be doing the same. ID is 3. The guy is falling. They both can see themselves. Getting the out of there. So this is M. Okay, it's looking up and down. Yes, that's correct. Looking here. Okay, it's still looking up and down. That's cooly. Okay, it is finally working. So that's him looking up and looking down. And bro, look, I'm here. Now, let's not do it wireframe. And maybe introduce a mesh at some point. So we would likely want to have something that... Wait, but why is the position like that? So that's the position of the head. Wait, what is the position of the player? Why is it rendering that high? The player position is given by okay, the camera position, and the camera position is probably coming from the world tick, which is the character position. To the character position is the view position? Is it? Lock in bodies? Get position. Let's have a look at get position. Of course, it's not documented. Maybe the counterpart. So get the position of the character. Well, that doesn't say much. Get center of mass position. That is also not very informative. Get transformed shape. Check collision. Well, I would say it's the center. Yeah, it's probably the center of the capsule. So the position is the center of the capsule, which isn't like the best position anyway. It's not even the worst though, so that's fine, I guess. Should it maybe... No, because that will fit. I was thinking maybe it should instead send the position of the ground, but this way I can just synchronize the two objects, then the server and the client. Oops, why did I close it? Okay, so that is good enough. I just want to make it not wireframe. And it is wireframe because of the building wireframe, the building block wireframe, which needs to be fixed anyway. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm instead... Can this be made const? Yes, it can be made const. I'm instead gonna focus on having the building blocks working, because right now nothing is... Oops, I just respawned. Nothing can be built or broken. So let's head over to that, and it begins from I'm gonna keep the client on one side. So it starts from the app, where it detects the behavior, and that's the build action, and the build action goes to the build block in the world, because it has a notion of the forward and build block, it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. I'm just wondering whether the check should be done here. Yeah, I would say this is a good place for doing. So this is a forward. I'm gonna give it a forward and the camera position. But again, that's looking more of a client, an authoritative client. So I really need to switch to server at some point. But let's do this couple of things more and then I guess we can switch. Building a block. We already have a message for building the block. So there is a block action which has the world cell and it breaks or so if we're in server mode then nothing really happens. Server mode will not even receive the message, so that should not happen. So the break block is gonna have a sector and the cell. This is the world space cell, I think. Yes, because we are computing the sector from it. Oh, hello, Ebola holder. What are you doing? You're feeling good. Well, rather than server mode, so if we are not in a server mode, then let's say if we have a client, so if we have a client, means that we are in client mode. Wait, that's the wrong indentation. And we can send the message. Send message. What's wrong with it? It needs a peer. The client sends a message. Client system. Client. Why do you need a peer? The client only sends messages to the server. Why did I use send a message? Not the WebSocket one. Send a message to the server. Yeah, not really needed that. You won't have send a message. It's gonna be always the server. So the peer is just the server. If it does exist. Okay, send message. Now we have the init flag. So init packet flag. This is gonna be reliable. Maybe I should make two functions. Make a reliable send. So send a message. Otherwise, let's do the actual breaking. So break block and break block. So let's make a new break block. That's gonna take const glm vec3. No, not a vec3, it's an I vec3 world cell. Might be a reference, I don't know. It's no except. So this is gonna execute the actual breaking logic. And we're gonna compute them. From the cell. The chunk size is in the globals. And the cell is gonna be world cell. Oops. World cell. Yeah, let's make it more obvious, because we also have the notion of local cell, and what does it do? It just calls regenerate. Can be maze const. Okay. Okay, so it just calls regenerate. But where? Okay, so this is where it's actually removed. Wait, is that correct? So there's a lock guard with chunks. Okay, this makes sense. Because we want to find and then, okay. So that should then just call break block world cell. There you go. Now, the client that receives parse a message. Yeah, the client will only receive from peer, so there's really no need to hold on to that. So now with the case of the messages, messages, message type, world data, no, that would block action. So when we receive a block action, if const, oh, let's unpack. Block action deserialize. Okay, if that succeeds, then if the wait, what? Oh no, wait. Where is the? Oh, it was just right here. Okay, if the action dot action. Oh, that's ugly. No. Block action is break action type, which is in block messages. Action type is destroy. Oh, destroy. Break. Should be break. Destroy. I'm gonna rename it to break. Wait, what? Give a new name to the enumerator. Ah, that's the rename. Break. What? Stop. What are you doing? Entity destroy. You crazy. Yep, you're crazy. Just got it totally wrong. So I'm gonna do it manually. Wait. Did I send the right message though? No. So it's chunks manager. Okay, the chunks manager is sending this. Okay, now here you go. Break. We get some break. If the action is break, what do? We need the world. How do we get the world from here? Yeah, maybe the world needs to be a system. World. The world is in here. It needs not to be. But the world also uses... This is such a... Okay, the client system, maybe I can just build it with the world. Create the system, and it's gonna have... There's so many references of world here. So let's go to world, and world really uses everything. But we still need the reference to the world. Unless... Yeah, unless we had an event system, which we don't. And that's something that I will take care of in the next refactor. Because it's just a big of a pain right now. So let's instead create the client system with a world, and that's going to be retiro pointer. Just wondering if I can import world. Import world, and we're gonna have a world, and that's gonna be world reference, which is no pointer, and it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna make it private. Such an inconsistent naming all over the places. Okay. And resources, where are the create systems? The word is not even created yet. And create systems. What is going on here? Already been declared with different type? What? Did I already break it? So if I try to build this, I knew it. There is a circular dependency. That sucks. Up chunks, man. Client systems. All right, let's go through a different route. And have something like so that's gonna be a stud function. It's gonna be void. And it will be I wonder if I want to do one per message or just a generic message. No, really. Okay, let's instead do messages. It's gonna be block action message. No. And it's gonna be called on block action. Yeah, it's not that bad, is it? On block message, and then here all is gonna happen is that this will be taken care by upper goats. So if on block action, let's just make sure it's bound. On block action, and yeah, better be a reference. Block action message. That's the block action message. And why did you like it? Because it's an optional. It's not anymore. I can save this for later usage. Go back here, and I'll say that this is a const ref. Now, after everything is being created, let's bind Bind listeners. Oh no, bind. Bind something. Or should I let the world do that? Yeah, let's the world handle that. World. It should build now. No, okay, no, it doesn't build because we still have the module. Yes. Okay, let's get rid of the module. Yeah, modules are quite fragile. What? What is this? What's this shit, bro? Chunks, man. What happened, Chunks, man? Oh, Chunks, man. Oh, Chunks, man is sending something, right? But it doesn't have the right things to send. Which... what does it need? It's not RTC. It's ENet. Okay, it's ENet. By the way, you are hidden between C++ headers. And now, ENet. Bro, you already had ENet. You had ENet, you just don't have client. Okay, yeah, could be that you're missing the client module. And I hope that's not going to be another circular dependency. Well, it shouldn't, because this is not falling into chunks. But still, chunks, man. Sock address. What's going on here? It's including Win32, which this doesn't. And why are you doing that? That might just be plain wrong. No, that wasn't it. Okay. Sock address. Something's going very wrong. Undeclared identifier. So you might need the Windows headers, but also earlier? If it's defined Win32, then do that. I don't know, this feels odd. Not yet, okay. Chunks, man. Where is this coming from? Might just be because of this. Send message. Let's see. ENet packet reliable. Let's also remove client reference. Nope. Chunks, man. So this is trying to build chunks, man. Okay. Let's see what happened. So here we just added ECS. Can you just show me the differences? Side by side. Unified. Okay, collapse. Okay, good. And nothing's happening there. Win32, just move that. That's a client. So not much happening here. Make list. Okay, this worked. And not much happening there. Nothing here too. Server. Small changes. Small changes. And really tiny changes. So I'm gonna head over to here and maybe also remove the module import. There's really no reason for it to freak out like that. Let's remove also our init. Let's get rid of it. What else remains? Okay, so that's the problem. Init looks fine here. Okay, that's fine. It's just need to close. So init can't really be included anywhere else. Not that's required, but it feels so weird. And Win32, I don't think it's even needed. Who's even defining that? Is it Jolt? No, can't be Jolt. Might be Tracy. Bro, that's it, right? It's Tracy. That doesn't check if it's defined already. No, that's not Tracy. Not Tracy. It's not Tracy. Is it Volk? Let's try to move it up there. Okay. It is it! C++ features! Right there. Okay. So all good then, I would say. Let's just That's just insane. One has to go through. Totally unrelated shit. Okay, so back to world. Where was I? So when I create the world, we have all the systems up and running. So creating the world also means that if we have systems, client system, then we're gonna bind to the client system. On block action equals to what's in here? No help. That was a const messages block action reference block action right there, and we still have it in memory. If block action, okay. If block messages block, what's wrong? Oh, it's a now it's an object. So if block is break, then break the manager chunks manager dot break block, and we have block dot world cell. Boom. No? What's the matter? This is not captured, but we don't need this. We just, well, we need this. Technically we will just need the chunks manager, but since it's part of this. Okay. So that would break things, right? There are no checks whatsoever. And so wait, let's so the client, when the client breaks things, it does like that. And when the server, the server should also, what does the server do? If this world is a world of a server, if systems server, then the server also, what does the server do? Kind of behaves the same way, but it also forwards the message to the other layers after checking it's valid. Maybe. And just forwards it. Should the forwarding be happening here? Yeah, let's do some checks and then so what we have here, send message wparse broadcast message. Yeah, let's also have a broadcast message. But to everybody except for... No, broadcast to everybody. Ooh. Okay, that's... Okay, that's interesting. So we need to do a broadcast. Broadcast is gonna send it to everybody. Yeah, let's try that. Broadcast the message doesn't have anything. Doesn't have a peer, and there's only one packet. Wait, we create the packet and then we send it to... What do I have to create? Can I send the packet multiple times? Inet. Wait. Let's see if there is something much more, a bit more efficient. Init host packet. Here disconnect. Host broadcast. No, I don't think it's the same thing. Is there another definition? Yeah, there must be another definition somewhere. We are up there. Oh no, I'm lost. So I need the other definition where it has, yes, where it has the comments and peer destination for the packet. So on failure, color can packets reference count. Wait, color can also check the packet's reference count field after sending to check if ENET queued the packet and thus incremented the what does that mean? Am I leaking? So ENET packet destroy should not be called, and it's there. Should not be called on it thereafter. Or on failure, the caller still must destroy the packet. Okay, on its own, it does not queue the packet. The caller can also check the packet's reference count field after sending to check up if ENET queued the packet. Okay, I feel like it can. It's got reference count, so I can just for client. Wait, what is client? It's client, so I need not the views but the keys. So I need for in auto. Yeah, that's just auto. Wait, auto peer. ENET peer star ENET wrong spell ENET peer star in clients, but we want the stud views keys. Okay, and that's it. Just send it to all the clients. So now I should be able to just broadcast block and ENET packet reliable. Yeah, it should be reliable. Okay. So if that compiles, then we should have blocks being broken. And it doesn't, of course. What's wrong now? World. Okay. World just fell into the same trap. And that enet being rubbish. Let's move it up. Oh, Tracy is not even used. Do we even need Win32? Alright, let's go with the server. Oh, what are you doing? I keep saying that my mouse is rubbish and I keep using it. So I'm running the client. I feel like I should have added a couple of logs. So let's break the L. Oh no. Why did I? So the good things about this mouse is also that sometimes it's random, it makes double clicks. Oh no. Oh no, I started. Stop. I need to remove that feature. So I started a Jolt recorder. There you go, it already piled up. Half gig. Yeah, definitely need to get rid of that feature. So action record, start recording, and just say log. Jolt recording is disabled. Able to use that feature. Just to make sure. And that's an error. Okay, we don't have this issue anymore. Oh, server's still up and running. Close. There you go. Relaunch the server. Okay, it's up. Connect the first client. And it's playing. Let's try to break block. Received block action 1. So this should do something. No, okay. So received block action 1. And so what are you doing now? You're not doing much. Okay, maybe I need to debug this thing. So who sent that message? Parse message, block action. Oh wait, when the server, that we did not date the server. Received block action and you did not do anything. So you need to do something like client, and it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be exactly that. See you, 42. See you next time. Have a nice day. Okay, so now the server should also engage in the callback. And then it should apply. Yeah, I wonder if it should just send... If it should just send the action and then expect the clients to be in sync. Or just send the action and then eventually also send the update of the world state. I don't know, let's make something work first. There we go. I think we are stuck. Okay. Jump. And let's break the L. Yeah, we broke the L, but you didn't really start the regeneration, did you? And break also that. Okay, now it's regenerating. Right. So that's about the state. Now I'm gonna close and reopen them because they are still loading from file, which shouldn't happen when it shouldn't happen when you are starting as a client. Is a client blocking? So the client tries to connect it first. but then it's in async. Yeah, I should at least try once to connect. Wait, what? Oh. I'm trying to create an init server. Oh, okay, because it's still running. Close that. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Something weird happened there. Okay. That's my boy. That's falling. So the L... Oh, weird. The L is still there. It wasn't saved. But... let's have more than one client. There you go. And now I am gonna break that block and it's gonna disappear. Cool. We have it. Now breaking is good. Yep. So it did it. Okay. Maybe you could even show what you are looking at. But that might also happen in local space anyway. And I guess that's about it. I'm gonna finish off the stream right here. And I'll see you in the next one while we'll finish off with building blocks and yeah, and loading the map, because we have the WebSocket, we are just not using it yet. And that's what the plan is for the next stream. Cool. See you everyone in the next one. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.